Hey guys, it's Lemming Rush. The T28 is hands down one of the best tier for tier 4 seal clubbers. It's got 2,112 DPM, which is fucking phenomenal. And honestly, at this tier, if you run Binox on it, you're basically cheating. It's just that good. So you've got tier 8 DPM. You also have tier 8 pen with the 189 pen on the gold shells and 112 on the standard, which isn't tier 8. It's more like tier 6. But really, this thing is fucking amazing. So for this one, I hope you enjoy watching me kick ass in the T28. Alright, so this one's on Corellia. Now, one of the things you need to be aware of as like a tier 4, tier 5 player is all of your enemies are going to have between 10,000, not all, but like 80% of your enemies are going to have like 10,000 to 15,000 games, maybe even more. So who you're fighting against in this tier actually tends to be really kind of players who've never progressed up the tiers, and as a result haven't gotten like the practice that you would at tier 10s, but they have really good tank setups and really good tank crews. So here I am in this case with a 75% crew effectively, and we're fighting against people who you can expect to have like 4 skills on their tanks. So that's the contest that we're in. So Corellia, what I like to do is I'm going to go to the south, but because of the situation, I'm not going to be as aggressive. A couple things about the T28. It's like the strengths are its gun. You've got the glass cannon effect with this thing. So you have to be really careful. Any arty that hits you will pen. Any dirt gun that hits you will pen. And so what I'm going to do on this map is I'm going to go and basically take a very overpowered TD position. That's right here. And so the pens are 5-6 actually. 5-4, who's actually pushing forwards, should spot people for me, and it's like we can go for shots and use the 2k DPM basically. So I'm assuming I'm not lit here. That's a bit stupid of me, but I have shots, so I'm going to be a bit greedy. Oh yeah, I'm spotted. People shot at me, so I need to get safe. And actually, the main threat here is arty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hug the rock and hope for the best. And then basically, we're going to continue to use this rock. For those of you who don't know, this rock's really powerful if you're not getting lit. Mainly, you'll get spotted by people over here. So if you can make it work, basically what you want to do is actually you just want to sit back here and let people like the Lago and, you know, people with armor, not the Lago, but people with armor will spot for you. And then you can support them. And in a tank like this, it's like, that's what it's designed for. So you can see I've got my ass towards the enemy. That's a shitty idea, but we do have shots, so we're going to take those. This is where the gold pen might come in useful because we're shooting at tanks like a KV-1S, but honestly, with the DPM, it's fine. One great thing about high DPM tanks like this is like if you miss, you just shoot again. So basically, we're farming damage right here. I'm going to change the orientation of my tank, like I said. I actually am going to face towards like over here so I can drive to cover if I want. I'm looking at the map and it kind of looks like we're going to lose the north, so I expect to have to go back to base, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So main thing is just making sure that the looks and the 34S don't spot me, and once I think I need to, I'm going to move back right to here. Actually, that needs to happen right fucking now. So what's happening here is, oh shit, I got out perfectly. Good. Okay, good. So 34S moved up. That allowed me to escape. One thing is, like, if people are here, you can't leave because they keep you permalit. But basically what's going to happen here is the KV-220, probably a good player, right? Same with the 67. They're going to be able to push all the way up to C1, and that's when they're going to ruin my team. And so what's going to start to happen is we're going to lose the north flank. We might lose the south flank. I hope it manages to stick out. But as they push down the north flank, I need to be in a position to take advantage of that. And you can see I'm actually slightly late on this. So I should be in a position to help. We're going to need gold for the KV-220 and the KV-1 because we're going to need this side to do okay. Now, we've lost the south. So right now the team isn't doing well at all, and that's really problematic for me because I'd rather win. But we do have shots in the KV-220. He just went dark, so I didn't actually see how much HP he got there. He was lit for half a second or less, but holy fuck. Okay, this is why this tank is broken. You see it's basically green on his entire tank. Now, in this case, he's not going to spot me at this range. I'm using my binocs to try to figure that out, and he's driving in the open, so I'm just going to keep this gun moving, and the more I can pen, the better. Shocker. Penning shots is good. I'm going for this plate right here. I really don't know where else he spotted me for sure. Alright, so we're going to fall back. We're going to shoot the 67 instead. This is gold. Now, one thing Sir Fosh suggests doing in tanks like these is just shoot. You don't even need to fully aim, because if you just shoot, it's really solid. Like, you can make it work. Panzer 38 hit me. This guy's unlit. He's probably moved like so. No, okay. It was weird how we see it unspotted. He's angling his armor really well. Good to him. He's shooting on the move. 67 hit me. Okay, so we're going to fall back. I can't afford to get DPM down by the 67. The Panzer 38 will hit me and shit like that. Not much I can do about that. I basically have to stay here and hope for the best. So, KV-220's flanked right now, right? So I'm going to try to put a shot into him. Good, he's now a one-shot. So this is why this gold arm was so strong. It's just, You pen everything, man. Good. Alright, let's see, what's the KV-1 doing? KV-1 might have the derp, so I'm going to be careful about that. And this is where it's like you either engage the KV-1 and push through, or you turn around and try to deal with people pushing into you. So I'm going to save my gold shells because I've got 9 left, and we're going to try to deal with people coming in from this side. Now, I know the Panzer 38 is on the hill. So I have to be aware of that, and they also have 2 arty, right? So the arty probably doesn't have the range to wreck me just yet. The main thing, in my opinion, is actually probably this knocking over this tree might help me. You know, give me some more camo, and I want to shoot people as they're driving in, and I'm using this bunker to try to stay safe from the hill. Now, this is going to be tricky because I have to make sure the Panzer 38 doesn't have shots, and I'm watching the map to make sure the KV-1 isn't pushing in or anything like that. But, you know, realistically, you'd expect the Chinukai to be pushing up. He stopped. He's a one-shot. Why did he stop? Okay. Fuck! Okay. That sucks. How do you deal with this? I have to let him push into me, in my opinion. Okay, there's the Chinu. He's full HP, and the KV-1S got me. That really sucks. I lost a lot of HP to the Panzer 38 NA. Normally, you'd expect those shots to hit. I think what happened is I got very lucky against people like the KV-1S. A lot of my unaimed shots hit, and then I just paid for the RNG right there. So it happens. That was 1,100 damage. Still a phenomenal game. We're going to go play another. Alright, so for this one, we're on Ghost Town. Now, I thought I had this map blocked, so evidently I don't. I fucking hate Ghost Town. In my opinion, you should block it, and Province if you're low tiers. Ghost Town is one of those maps that a tank like a T28 can do very, very well in, though. And it's like, we're bottom tier in this case, but all of their tanks, like Cromwell B, Hellcat, we can pen no problem. So, really, it doesn't affect us too much that we're bottom tier. On Ghost Town, I don't know what I'm doing. So what I like to do is I generally, like, if you're trying to figure out a map to play, how to play a map, look at other people. And generally speaking, people seem to be successful at G1. So that's what we're going to be doing. So, you know, G1 is great, but it is open to arties. So tanks like the SU-5, if they sit like here, will have shots in you. And so, you know, I'm going to take G1, but I'm going to have to, like, I'm out of my comfort zone in that case. So hopefully you enjoy watching that. This thing is still so great, I don't think it'll be that much of a problem. Alright, so there is a Cromwell who got spotted taking the really, really short route, actually, and he's taken a hit for it. Now, one of the things with this map is basically the only way to be successful, in my experience, is not fighting people like the Cromwell, is by looking for shots like this, especially in a tank like this, like the T28, where it's like your main strength is sniping at people. Now, one of the problems in a map like this is you're only going to be very successful against people in the open because this is a DPM tank. You're not engaging people for your alpha... Fuck. One mistake, man. I'm down a third of my HP. That guy pushed me. That was... I did not expect that. I was looking to my side and he pushed, but that's low tiers. So, put 2 shots into the looks. I kind of expected this looks to come wide. So, in a flank like this, what you want to do is you want to work with your support, but you also want to sort of take angles. So, tanks like this look are going to push on me, and I want to sort of... I'm okay engaging them. It's also okay if they push into me, because tanks like the Excalibur, the VK, and the Valentine will have shots. So this guy's coming to try to engage me. I'm okay fighting him, to be honest, as long as I don't take way too much damage. The Cromwell might try to poke on me, and you can see the Cromwell's actually going to be flanked soon. So this is where we push up, right? Because they're going to be like, oh shit, we're getting flanked by looks, and this is where you push up, auto-aim people, and just let your guns sing. So the Cromwell snapshotted me. That's probably the end of my game, actually, if he YOLOs me. So I'm going to fall back. I don't want that guy to YOLO me. Right now, because I've lost all my HP, it's like just surviving is the right thing. So luckily, we don't have to deal with the arty because the SU-5 has a short, famous last words. But hopefully the SU-5 doesn't have shots in me. And we're playing a very sort of passive game from here, but I still want to get like 1,100 damage or whatever. Alright, so the situation we are in right now is we've got 31 HP, 344 damage, and what I want to do is I'm going to look for shots on people that I can deal with safely. So tanks like the Hellcat's going to be held down, and he's going to have reasonable gun depression. So for me to engage him, really high risk. What I'd much rather do is I'd rather move up to like here and try to get more shots onto the city. Now those aren't really existing, actually. Okay, so probability of getting shots in the city are really low. What I might be able to do is I might be able to get damage on campers back here. And so what we need to do is we need to wait for the Hellcat and the 820 to die for that to work. Now the other thing to keep in mind is this might turn into like a one-shot, like a carry as a one-shot, because the scores are literally tied right now. So me dying could totally throw the game, and that's not something I want to have happen. Now, AMX-12T is moving forward, so you can imagine if they have tanks like the Sav and the Wolverine sniping, they're going to get lit soon because they're going to be shooting at the 12T. So I'm getting ready for that. I'm trying to support. Another thing you can do in a tank like this is just blind fire bushes. You've got such a high rate of fire, it's like go for it. Like, there's probably a tank in here, so you might as well start. Generally, when blind firing, don't do what I just did. You start on one side and then move over. Generally speaking, people will kind of sit on corners, but they'll sit a bit away from them generally if they're not great. So shots like this are fine. I'm really interested in seeing if I have a lot of damage. Now, there's an MT who probably just lit me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall back. Challenging this MT is suicide from my perspective. He's not going to beat our team, is he? Holy shit. Yeah, there's a lot of HP on them. What's this MT doing? So the MT's full HP, the Hellcat's full HP. They probably have Wolverine and Sav support, so I'm falling back just slightly because I want to see if that MT25 is going to YOLO anyone. Now, he YOLO'd the 12T, and you'll notice it's like this score has suddenly become a tie. So what I need to have happen is I need these guys to fall. Like, playing this front ridge is not smart because that allows their TDs to support them. So these guys might die in their position, but where I am, I might also be able to support them. So I'm holding on, hoping that we can make it work. I was thinking the MT would try to circle the VK. What's this guy doing? He might. Yeah, you see, he's trying to get behind them. And so my play is perfectly designed to counter that guy. The problem is I'm a one-shot. So I need to engage the MT when he's distracted. And this is where the fire rate hopefully will shine if I can hit my shots. Good. He doesn't notice me, you see? If he pops back up, his best play is to YOLO me now because I just got spotted, right? So let's see what he does. Is he challenging the VK? Okay, so in my self-preservation instinct makes me want to basically just run away and fall back. But he's going after the VK. And by the looks of it, he has the VK. Shit. Oh, shit. He just got shot. Good. I took a risk. I don't want that VK to die, so I might have shot him. But in this case, it was like either the VK would die or the MT25 would die. And so what I did is I kind of just took the shot, hoped it would go into the MT25, and that actually, like, if I hit the VK, he was going to die anyways, so it was worth trying to save him. So, you know, that's the play I made. In this case, we've got 520 damage, they've got a Wolverine and a Sav left, and so this is, once again, it's like, this is where the DPM comes in handy. So we've got a lot of shells. I'm just going to do bush shots once again, trying to hit someone who's in here. And I'm just going to work my way all the way to the right, and that might give us an advantage against these guys, who otherwise will be, we have to assume they're full HP. So they're probably sitting looking for shots on the Excalibur, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I've got so many shells, it's like it's worth it, and these are so cheap. Might as well. So you can see I'm just working my way over to the right. That way if someone's in here, I might shoot them. That might also give my teammates the ability to move up. Okay, those are hitting rocks, so you can see they're not going through, so we know we didn't hit anyone on those last two shots. Now, this Excalibur is moving up, and so by the looks of it, he's not getting shot at, which is pretty solid. What I'm going to do is we're going to sit here, because if he gets shot, he'll spot someone. Interesting. He spotted no one, so he made it all the way up. Now, this Excalibur, even though he's a TD, he's going to be acting as a scout. He's got all the HP on the team, and if he proxy spots anyone, we'll be able to support. Now, I wouldn't really expect to get lit here by any enemies. There we go, Sav, put a shot into him. He was low HP. I wonder if some of my blind shots hit him. We kill him with 2 shots. That's why the DPM is so potent on this thing. It's like you've got that 2.4 second reload. Before people realize it, you can put 2 shots into them. So the Sav is dead. The Excalibur's pushing up. Once again, we're going to support. I would kind of expect the Wolverine to be here-ish. You know, just watching for that Excalibur. He probably got lit. He's not. So the next thing is the Wolverine's probably running away. So kind of in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up to try to help out. Alright, he's not there. So, I mean, we're just chasing down the Wolverine. So might as well just cut through this because it's just driving. Alright, so the Excalibur actually just got hit. So we know the Wolverine's up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually really worried about God Power dying. So I don't know what the HP of the Wolverine is. That's the problem. So I'm driving as quickly as possible just so I can render the Wolverine and get an idea of what his HP is. He just went dark, so that sucks. Now, in this situation, even though I'd love to get more damage, the best place is to sit on cap. The beautiful thing about the cap is I still have shots on this guy. So if he pokes, I'll have shots, basically. He's full HP, so it's totally conceivable that he wins. He's fighting an equal HP Wolverine, and I'm a one-shot, and the VK's like totally out of the fight. So by sitting on the cap, I force his hand. His best play is actually probably to poke right here, and I'll be prepared for that if he does. So I don't know if he'll get spotted. Yeah, there you go. So you see the Wolverine's going to poke here. If he goes dark, I'm just going to blind fire it in about 10 seconds. I'm just going to watch, and then we're going to start blind firing because he's probably there, and you can see that shell actually disappeared, so it probably hit him. Let's see, that one certainly missed. So you saw the first shot that I took hit the dirt. That one disappeared. It might have just disappeared into nothing. I'm okay just continuing taking these shots. Basically, I'm pinning this guy down. That might make it incredibly difficult for him to reset. And, you know, you'll notice I'm fully aiming these shots right here. So let's see. The Excalibur's pushing forwards, kills the Wolverine. Perfect. He was actually at 131 HP, so Yeah, Excalibur got a Top Gun. Great job to him. Let's see how much damage I did. I really want to see how much blind fire shots I did. 633 as it is. So whatever I did minus 633 is how much damage I did blind. All right, so we're going to apply the times 3 because why the fuck not? That's 3,800 XP. Are we out of this tank already? I don't know. Let's see how much blind damage I did. 877. So I actually did a lot of blind damage. Great job to the Excalibur in the Clan of Farts. Fucking amazing. He did 1,664 damage, got 6 kills, 884 base XP. So without him, we certainly would have lost. But yeah, he did really well. We ended up making 19,000 credits, so I'm really happy about that, and that was a win. So I hope you enjoyed watching the T28. Honestly, if you're looking for a low-tier Seal Clubber, with a really strong crew and Binox, this is one of the strongest tanks tier for tier in the game. A lot of people don't like it because it's so big, but like, it does so well even against bottom, like even when it's bottom tier, you just shoot golden, you have 190 pen. So 112 AP pen is also fantastic for this tier, and I would absolutely suggest getting this tank. It's so easy to get. 2112 DPM, compare that to something like a T67, which is a tier 5 tank destroyer, and it has 2500 and 100% cruise. So it's like, this thing absolutely worth getting if you want. I would be happy to do a review on this thing, and yeah, honestly, it's basically cheating at this tier. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, be sure to like and the subscribe button, and I hope to see you around. Later, guys. Bye-bye.